perhaps opening up with questions about the why. Why Hart Crane? Why not T.S. Eliot? Not that Tom and Viv, for example, a previous movie about T.S. Eliot was done. But why pick this particular individual who was surely going to be very difficult to portray?
Right. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
I guess the answer to that, the initial impulse is pretty simple. It's kind of how it works with most projects that I do. I'm kind of struck by something that I read, or an idea will come to me from something I hear about. But usually it's something I read. I read a lot. I'm getting a degree in literature, and I read a lot, and that's kind of become for me primary material. There's normally, I guess maybe Auden talked about how there's two levels of material, primary and secondary, and the idea that like primary material is maybe when you go out in the street and that's the real world, and you can be hit by cars and die out there, and that's the primary world. And there's the secondary world of art and literature. For me, I find that I'm very inspired by literature and poetry, and for me that becomes almost like primary material. And so basically the experience that I had finding this is I read it and thought, oh, not knowing exactly what the final form would be, but this is speaking to me as a movie. And it was the same thing when I read Frank's poem Herbert White that we turned into a film. I just, there's just, you come across things and you think, it's not just this could be a movie, it's, oh, I want to interact with this, I want to speak to this, I want to have a different kind of relationship to this than just enjoying it for what it is. I want to, help transform this or give it a second life. And so I read the biography by Paul Mariani after being directed there by an introduction by Harold Bloom to the collected poems of Hart Crane. And that was 7 years ago. I hadn't made a movie at that point. I didn't know how to make it. So I remember doing interviews at that time, and people would say, well, who do you want to play? So, Hart Crane.